Okay, Chris, Zach, this is Pat, and here we are. We're at the final go on the mechanical side of things. So here's our flex circuit, and as we talked about, this is going to be thicker down here. We're going to thin it out to be able to run everything down and bend it down on this end. We've got our lithium ion polymer battery. We've got our spring in here with our rivet. So we want to contact our rivet to be able to pick up the negative side. Positive side is going to come down here. We're going to have to trace that back to run everything down here. Here's our rings. These rings are critical dimensions here, so we'll have to hold these right here. I think that Chris wanted to put like a boss on there, so if there are components put on this side of the circuit, they won't contact the battery. But anyhow, I think a lot of this can be laid down flat. We don't even need it bent. We can install it and bend it when we receive it. So if you guys could just make us a flat pattern, that's what we're looking for. Right now we've got this 4-pole ZIF connector down here, and then here's our tactile switch, and anyhow, so that'll go on there, and then under here's our colored LED. So we had to put the LED on the underside here, and anyhow, this is going to be set up this way, and our positive and negative poles are right here. So I'm thinking that we just transfer the positive through the board and move it on to the other side to pick it up on this side for our heating element. But we'll also be needing to take that back to the processor and everybody to get the positive side of the battery back. Here's the negative circuit. So our puck kind of rolls around and it spins on here until we get it cinched down. So this will be a contact surface. This will be a contact surface. And then obviously the rivet's going to hold that spring on down there. This USB connector is critical in this location, so everything else on this end can move around. You can put it wherever you want. Here's the charging LED. This is representing the processor, but this position of this connector from the center here down lines up with a plastic part there. So anyhow, that's it right there in a nutshell, and I created a couple drawings for you. So here's a drawing, and it calls out the critical dimensions. Plus or minus 5-10 thou is probably fine, but these are the areas that you need to lay these components out. So the 4-pole ZIF is out here on the end, so that's going to be butted up against the edge of the flex circuit there. The tactile switch is going to be 0.271 from the edge down, so we'll put that on this side here. Our LED is 0.201 down, and that needs to go there. There it is over here on the underside. And then here, these radiuses for our contact pads for our positive and negative to pick up on the heating element goes right there. And then down here is where that micro USB gets loaded right there, and we got to hold that dimension 1.18 inches from the center down. So I noted these as critical dimensions. I only dimensioned them. This dimension really isn't critical, but it's just showing the distance for the battery and the spring and how we load that. All the dimensions are in inches. The ZIF connector here is used to turn on a fan and also an auxiliary motor, and that's at a 0.5 millimeter pitch, but we want to have a heavy conductor feeding those circuits out there. So I think Chris has got that in the circuitry now. And then we've got one more drawing here that I wanted to show you. So this is the 1-to-1 scale, so you can start laying everything out here. So these are bend features right here where the thin dash lines are, and so you can delete those, but this is essentially the shape that we want. Here's the pads right here and pads on this side, and then you can see how it's thick here. So your PCB guys will bring this in. I've created a DXF file, which is a 2D CAD file. It should be able to come in. I created a PDF. It's all 1-to-1, so I didn't put any dimensions on here, but you should be able to start laying everything out based on this shape. So anyhow, that's where we're at, and just wanted to give you a quick update on it, and good luck. So give a call if you need anything. Anyhow, that's Pat signing off on the Puffin. We're going into production. Oops.